surprise for you, ladies and gentlemen who are listening to, if you just tuned in, welcome, welcome. You're listening to Durban Rock Radio, and I'm Michael Jager, and this is the Guitarist TV show, and it's a Friday. We're going to rock your socks off, and right now, ladies and gentlemen.
There's the sound of it's in your face, wide open, loud, but it's not.
Who could it be? Who could it be? It is none other than the amazing guitarist from Los Angeles, Mr. Greg Howe. Hello, Gregory. How are you?
Very well. How are you? Great to be here.
Great to be here. Great to see you after, 5 years was the last time we had a chat?
I think so, yeah.
That's amazing. Time has just flown. I can't believe it.
Crazy.
Crazy, man. Now, I've been having a whiz around talking about your new project, which has just been launched, an amazing record called Marigold. Is it? The name of the band is Marigold. Is that right?
Yep, the band and the album is self-titled, so the album and band are both Marigold. Yes.
Fantastic. How did this happen, Gregory? It's just so completely different to what I'm used to hearing from Greg Howe.
Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot. And, the truth is, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Mm-hmm. It's just been a situation where I haven't had either the right band members or found the right people or just various circumstances touring haven't allowed for it. But also being on the label that I was on, it was a little, it didn't really lend itself to this type of thing because this is a little bit more of a mainstream sort of broad appeal type of record.
Yes.
But the truth is, I started off doing this. As soon as I got out of high school, I was playing in cover bands, doing, tunes with vocals, and always liked that. Basically, I sort of inadvertently became a guitar instrumentalist due to the fact that our vocal band basically broke up, and I wanted to continue with my career in some capacity. So I just started doing a lot of instrumental albums. That was really the interesting thing about this is that was the transition that was more strange because doing instrumental music was completely brand new to me when I started doing it. I had never even thought about doing it. This is very natural for me, so this almost feels like returning to my natural state. Back to
your roots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic, because I've been listening to it, and it's an amazing album, mate. It's really, really good.
Thank you so much. Really glad you.
Wow, it rocks, boo. Oh wow, it rocks. It just kicks down. Evergreen is golden. My eyesight's dreadful, but I think it is. Golder. And Saturday Night, Lullaby, Oracle, City, Paradigm, Tsunami. Hey, fantastic. Some great names, some great songs, great vocals, amazing musicians on that album. Where did you find these guys, bro?
Well, Kevin, the bass player, Kevin, has been a good friend of mine for many years. And in fact, we had always talked about doing this. Mm-hmm. And again, it just didn't come to fruition for various reasons. And then a couple of years ago, we got together and actually put our heads together and started putting songs, crafting songs and designing songs and writing, and we had a singer in mind, but it didn't work out with him because he actually ended up getting a really cool gig with Chris Daughtry.
Oh wow!
And so we just continued writing and just sort of knew that we would find a singer that was appropriate, and he turned me on to this girl Megan, who he's known from his part of the world. He's more on the East Coast, and she was playing in some cover bands on the East Coast, and he recommended her, sent a picture over to me, and I thought, wow, she looks great. Had never really thought about having a girl singer or female singer, but then he recorded her at his little studio, and so that I could get an idea of what she sounded like. And as soon as I heard her, I thought she's the one. She was amazing, and it also helped because it gave us a little bit more of a direction in terms of honing in on the songs at that point. So the songs became a little bit, we became a little bit more conscious of designing songs that would be ideal for her. And then Gianluca was the drummer that played on the Soundproof album that you were just playing.
Okay.
And he's been a good friend of mine since the Soundproof album. We've done a lot of touring and hung out a lot, so he seemed like the ideal drummer to use, and that's really how it came about.
It's fantastic. It's when you get a lot of records coming in here, and when you put one on and you listen to it, and it just hits you straight between the eyes. First track, Evergreen. I'll never forget that song as long as I live. It's just it just hits you. Just this is just. It sounds like you guys have been together forever.
That is so great to hear. I really, really appreciate that.
Yeah, really, really cool, and it's nice to.
It was recorded in it was recorded in a very lively fashion. We really wanted to capture a liveliness, and we wanted it to almost feel like, albums from the '70s that have all that raw energy and all that natural interplay. So that was important to us.
Yeah.
So we didn't get too involved in, sequencing and having things on the grid, and just we didn't want it to sound too mechanical. We really wanted this to be a nice, organic, rock record.
Well, I think you've achieved that handsome.
Right.
The next thing you got to do is get in a plane and come to England and do some shows here, man.
We can't wait.
That's excellent. So as far as your instrumental records and career is going, have you sort of just parked that to one side, or do you still dabble in a bit of that from time to time, or your full attention on Marigold right now?
Well, the majority of the attention now is on Marigold, but, I certainly don't intend to completely abandon that world. I love guitar. But, for me, honestly, music has always been the heart of my thing, not so much the guitar. The guitar happens to be the instrument that I play, and I play it more than other instruments, so I'm probably better at it than I am at anything else. But I was never really driven by the guitar itself. I was always driven by music, just music in general. So, in other words, if they outlawed the guitar in the world for some reason, I would still very much be involved in creating music, and I could still be very satisfied just creating. But yeah, I would love to continue. I'd love to have that in addition to Marigold, so I intend to continue forward with both.
Yes, because you do come across to England every now and again and do work at the colleges here.
Yeah.
Seminars and clinics and that sort of thing, So that keeps you quite busy, I would imagine.
It does. It does. And it's it's great to get out there and get with other great players. There's so many great guitar players out there. So it's fun to travel around and just meet people and meet guitar players, and hopefully be able to convey some sort of information that might be valuable to them. But I've been to the UK quite a few times, but not for an official gig. It's always been in some sort of instructional capacity. So hopefully next time we can actually come there and do a proper performance.
Oh, wow, that'll be cool. You need to do a nice European tour. Start somewhere in Denmark, Sweden, all those places, and work your way around Europe and come across to the UK.
Absolutely.
Yeah, nice 2-3 weeks, on the road or something. Would be so cool.
Yes, indeed.
And if you need a roadie, I'm right there, bro. I'm joking. And these days, guitar-wise, so what is your tool of preference at the moment? Are you working with anything new, or are you still working with guitars?
Well, I was working with a company called Laguna.
Right.
And it's sort of a complex story. Not complex, but it's a little bit lengthy out, so I'll just give you the condensed version, which is that it's owned by Guitar Center, and the line itself was developed by well-known luthier Keith Brawley, and he ended up becoming part of the corporate world of Guitar Center. So it was his line. I came on board and merged with him. We developed the LE924, which was the model, which is the orange guitar model that you've probably seen pictures of me with.
Yeah.
And the goal, the next step was going to be that we did the signature model, which would have differentiated only in the sense that a signature model would have had a genuine Floyd Rose on it, as well as I tend to float my pickups as opposed to hard mounting them. So those were the only two differences between the LE924 available in the store and what was going to be the signature model.
Yes.
However, Keith Brawley left the company, so they sort of pulled back on the whole idea of the signature model, and now there's a good chance that I will be selling those directly from my website. So,
Awesome.
but anyway, that's currently what's going on.
Hey, cool, man. That's brilliant. Yeah, because you tend to find most guitar players hone in, you know, on a certain type of guitar, a certain kind of style, and one that works for them, and that becomes their tool of choice for years. It doesn't really change. You know, people don't like to.
Right.
Well, I know, you know, moving from, say, a Gibson to a Stratocaster is so different. You know, it's like from one world to another, and you have to readjust everything that you do.
For me, especially, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all, you know, the difference between a Les Paul and a Strat are almost like two different instruments. It's like, you know, it's almost like here's one instrument and here's another one I also know how to play.
Fantastic. Yeah, no, it is a big difference now. I was looking at your website. I was looking at you know, for people that are listening into the radio this afternoon. You can of course get this Greg's new album off his website, and that's www.greghowe.com. Or you can go to iTunes, and there's a link on Greg's website, of course, to get straight to this and download it. And I highly recommend that you download it straight away, immediately, right now, before you do anything else. Download it. It's an awesome album. You won't be sorry that you bought it. I promise you, you won't. And also, if you go to Greg's website, you'll be able to see Carl Martin pedals. Is that something else that you're developing as well, then, Greg?
Yeah, I've just been, you know, it's funny because Carl Martin had sent me some stuff months ago, and you know, one of the, you know, luxury problem of mine is that sometimes I get a lot of stuff sent to me,
okay,
and I don't have a chance to really always, you know, get into it. So sometimes things sit there for months, and I don't get a chance to plug into it. And with Carl Martin, I had some sort of just a care package of really cool pedals and stuff from them, and eventually I broke it out and plugged in, and the stuff was just amazing. All of the stuff was
fantastic.
And there's a pedal called the Plexitone,
yeah,
which is basically like it's a guitar savior pedal. You put it in front of almost any amp, and you can be guaranteed to get some kind of good, you know, decent tone out of it. Which for me is great because I travel a lot and I can't always bring a big rig with all my things.
No, of course,
so
yeah.
It's nice to have that magic pedal that
can use anywhere.
You can, yeah.
Now, it is quite difficult because they get quite sticky these days when you get onto airplanes with guitars, isn't they?
It's getting really crazy. Yeah, and bringing a pedal board on airplanes is sort of like just saying, somebody please start smashing my rack and please start smashing my pedal board.
Oh.
I mean, I get to a hotel room and I open up my pedal board, and a lot of times everything's unplugged, things are sideways, things are dented. So, you know, I think they get a little overly cautious and go through things, and they don't know what all those pedals are. They think it might be some
whatever, yeah,
crazy weapon.
No, I completely understand their sort of side of things, but you know, hell's teeth. You're just a guitar player, and you want to get somewhere and just play, and everything's got to work. You know.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard enough without having somebody pull the thing to pieces, and you know.
Right.
Well, Gregory, it's been very nice talking to you again, my man. It's been lovely. I've really missed hearing you playing and seeing you, and hopefully next time you come to the UK, you know, we can hook up and go out and have a beer somewhere. And
that would be amazing.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
Yeah, cool.
Absolutely.
So I'll definitely stay in touch, and we're going to play out, and I'd like to give you the opportunity to pick one of the songs off Soundproof that you would like. I mean, I could play one of the tunes off Marigold, but it's on another machine, and it won't come down the same path as my the thing we're broadcasting on right now. So
Sure.
I hope you don't mind. But one of the tracks off Soundproof would be cool. Which one would you like to hear?
I think probably Child's Play.
Child's Play. Have I got it there? Have I got it? Come on, I gotta have it here somewhere. Child's Play. I got it. I got it. Take a few seconds to load that up. Well, Greg, what's the next mission? Is it rehearsals, tour, all that kind of stuff coming up?
That's all that kind of stuff. Exactly. Yeah, we're gearing up for touring. So we're going to be rehearsing. We're going to probably start rehearsing in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And we're putting some dates together, and we're talking to agencies, and so we're trying to line everything up to get out on the road and play as often as we possibly can.
Oh, fantastic! That's really awesome, mate. Well, once again, thank you so much for taking the time out. I know you're a busy guy, and you're all over the place, and it's been an absolute pleasure and an honor and a privilege to talk to you, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The fabulous Gregory Howe. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
I'm not hearing the song. I had the fader done the other way. Apologies. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Greg Howe.
Right.
And we're out. Thank you so much, Greg.
Thank you.
Look after yourself, buddy. Take care.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye.
Cheers, eh?